Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last class we have discussed about nutrition, nutrients, digestion, modes of nutrition, autotrophic. Now let us understand photosynthesis. See, the green plants prepare their own food by utilizing simple inorganic substances, and they will prepare their food, right? And that process we call that as a photosynthesis. Let us understand about photosynthesis. Right? See, food making process in plants. Photosynthesis is called the food making process in plants. The process by which autotrophic green plants make their own food from simple inorganic substances in the presence of sunlight and green pigment or chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. Since from your lower classes you may be knowing about the photosynthesis, right? You know that carbon dioxide will be taken in by the plants, and they will take the water from the roots, from the soil. They will absorb the water, and they have a special pigment that is only plays a major role in the process of photosynthesis. They have a green pigment called the chlorophyll, which plays the major role in the food making process, right? They will trap the sunlight during the daytime. The photosynthesis process will occur, and the chlorophyll pigment will trap the sunlight, and the plant will utilize the carbon dioxide and the water, and it will make the food, which is nothing but the glucose, and it will also releases the respiratory gas of animals, nothing but the oxygen, right? Here in the photosynthesis, the specialized organ is involved, that is nothing but the leaf. Leaf is also called the food factory of plants. That is nothing but the food will be prepared in the leaf, right? And one more a simple organ we will forget, that is nothing but the stomata. The stomata is an organ which is like a nose of us, right? We have a nose. What is the use of nose? What is the purpose of nose? Inhalation and exhalation. We will inhale oxygen and will exhale carbon dioxide, isn't it? Like same, plants also have nose, right? Let me say it is as a nose only. Let me consider it as a nose, right? What is the function of stomata then? It will take the carbon dioxide in from the atmosphere, and it will releases out the oxygen, right? All things happen during the process of photosynthesis, right? Then site of photosynthesis, the process of photosynthesis takes place in green leaves. Not only in the green leaves, the photosynthesis also takes place in the green part of the plant. When we take an example of the coriander, right, it will be completely, the stem is also green, the leaf is also green, everything is green except the root, right? Maximum part which is above the ground is green in color. In the plants like herbs, same coriander, all its parts, whatever the part is green, it contains the chlorophyll and it performs the photosynthesis. But the nose only present, nothing but the stomata only present on the lower side of the leaves only. Right. That is nothing but major photosynthesis. Major part of photosynthesis, preparation of food, takes place in the leaf. Right? By this, we people have understood that photosynthesis, the food making process in the plant, it will utilize carbon dioxide and water, right? And where the site of photosynthesis is the leaf. Then let us move on to the equation. See, reaction involved in photosynthesis, the whole process of photosynthesis can be given in the following equation. See here, carbon dioxide, it will absorb, it will take in the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, the stomata will take in, and the water will be absorbed, the sunlight will be utilized, the chlorophyll will trap the sunlight. Then the product of photosynthesis is nothing but the glucose, and the gas which is released during the photosynthesis is the oxygen. When the glucose molecule is formed, it can't be stayed as just as a glucose. It is a simple sugar. It will be converted into the complex sugar, nothing but the starch, which we are eating in the form of a rice, a wheat, right, bajra. All that contains starch, right? From where that starch comes from, that is nothing but it is a product of photosynthesis, right? The glucose molecules combine together in the form of chain, and it forms the starch, and it will be stored in the plant, right? In the roots it will be stored, right? In the stem it will be stored. It will also be stored in the leaf itself, right? Like this, the reactions involved in the photosynthesis and the product of photosynthesis will be formed. Whatever the product is formed during the photosynthesis, it will be acted as a food for the plants as well as for the animals which depend on the plants. The herbivorous animals which eat on the plant, they will consume the starch, and the animals have specialized bacteria in their stomach which can digest another kind of a carbohydrate which is present in the plants, that is cellulose. They will also digest the cellulose. The animals, the herbivorous animals can digest the cellulose also, but the human beings can't digest the cellulose. This part we will take it in the next sessions. Now by this we are going to end the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Let us move on to the heterotrophic. This is the section of leaf, right? This is a cross section of the leaf. This is the upper epidermis of the leaf, and the palisade mesophyll, spongy parenchyma, mesophyll cells, and here in the lower epidermis there is a presence of stomata, right? And it contains, the stomata also contains the chlorophyll pigments, and the mesophyll cells, the spongy mesophyll and palisade mesophyll, they also contains the chlorophyll pigment, right? And this is the structure of stomata. It contains two guard cells which will open when they want the carbon dioxide. They will also open when they want to exhale out, remove out the oxygen. That is the purpose of stomata. Next, let us move on to the next slide. It is the next mode of nutrition. The second mode of nutrition is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In that, we have four types of heterotrophic nutrition: parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic, and holozoic. Let us talk about parasitic type of heterotrophic nutrition. This is a type of heterotrophic nutrition in which one organism depend on other organism for their food. It is like the guest organism depend on the host organism for its food, and indirectly the parasites will damage the host organism. How? By sucking the nutrients, they indirectly weakens the host plant or host animal. Like tapeworm. In the children's, there will be tapeworm infection. We will be saying that there will be a tapeworm infection. The tapeworms will absorb the nutrients in the intestines, right, from the body. From the blood, they will absorb the nutrients which is present in the blood, and they will weaken the humans, the kids. And the parasite is considered as the tapeworm is considered as the parasite. It will undergo the parasitic type of heterotrophic nutrition. And Cuscuta in the plant kingdom. It is a parasitic plant. It winds up the host plant and it will suck the nutrients from the host plant, right? This is a parasitic type of heterotrophic nutrition. Then next comes the saprophytic type of heterotrophic nutrition. Here the organism depends on dead and decaying organic matter for their food. The examples are the fungi and the bacteria. Let us understand the definition of saprophytic nutrition. See, the organism depends on dead and decaying organic matter. Maybe you people have seen the mushrooms which are all growing in the beneath the plants, beneath the bigger trees, right? What they eat? They eat the plant debris, animal debris, means waste, plant waste and animal waste. They will releases a chemical which will convert the plant matter and animal matter into simple form, and the fungi will absorb. That is saprophytic type of heterotrophic nutrition. Then symbiotic type of heterotrophic nutrition. It is a type of heterotrophic nutrition in which two organisms were involved in the exchange of nutrients or exchange of products, mutual exchange. Like you give me the food, I will give you the money. That's one type of symbiotic type, mutual exchange. Here the example is Rhizobium bacteria. You may be knowing that Rhizobium bacteria is specialized in trapping the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, right? The Rhizobium bacteria which is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. It will trap the nitrogen. Rhizobium bacteria will trap the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, and it will give it to the leguminous plants, right? When the leguminous plants take the nitrogen from the Rhizobium, they will give the food to the Rhizobium bacteria. This is called the symbiotic type of nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. The lichens also comes under symbiotic type of heterotrophic nutrition. The lichen is an organism which is formed by the combination of fungi and the algae, right? During the sunlight or during the summer times, the algae which is having chlorophyll pigment will prepare the food, and it will give food to fungi also. Then during the winters, when there is no sun, when there is very less sunlight, The fungi, which is a saprophyte, it will absorb the nutrients from the dead and decaying organic matter, and it will utilize itself and it will give it to algae. This is called the symbiotic type of heterotrophic nutrition in the lichens and the rhizobium bacteria. Right? Then we'll come on to the holozoic type of nutrition. This is the holozoic, this is the heterotrophic nutrition we are going to study in deep. Right? This type of nutrition takes place in human beings and in the animals. In the holozoic type of nutrition, there are some different type of steps are involved. The steps will be ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Right? In holozoic heterotrophic nutrition, there is 5 steps involved in the mode of nutrition. They are ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but taking the food into the mouth. That is called ingestion. Next, digestion. I have told you in the last class, breakdown of complex substances into simple absorbable micromolecules. That is nothing but the digestion. And absorption, the simple micromolecules are absorbed by the specialized organs, specialized parts in the digestive tract, and they will send it into the bloodstream. Then assimilation. Assimilation is nothing but the utilization and distribution of absorbed simple nutrients. Wherever there is requirement, that will be distributed and utilized for the day-to-day activities as the source of energy. And egestion is removal of waste from the body. Right? And all these ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion we are going to study in deep when we are going to study the complete human digestive system in the next class. Okay, then today I am going to wind up the class. Thanks for listening and thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing. Thank you my dear friends, thank you my dear students.